All right, let's preface this by saying it's obviously very early, but the Oilers haven't had the best start to their season, dropping 3 of their first 4 games. They've given up 17 goals with their team save percentage well below 900. Edmonton's next contest is Saturday at home. It might go a little better because it's against the Winnipeg Jets. All right, with that, let's bring in our NHL analyst, Jamie Noodles McLennan. And Noodles, we have 5 Canadian teams in action on this night here on this show. We like to focus on everything that went wrong and those that lost. So let's start with the Edmonton Oilers, another defeat on paper to a team that they really should have beaten. So what's going on with Edmonton right now?
Well, it was a dreadful, lifeless effort for the Edmonton Oilers on this night in Philadelphia. Philadelphia thoroughly outplayed them. And if you look at how Philadelphia played against the Vancouver Canucks the other night, it was a 2-0 win, and they were outstanding defensively. John Tortorella, he knows how to coach a team in that tight defensive structure. Against the Edmonton Oilers, it was this carbon copy. They generated 22 high-quality chances against the Edmonton Oilers. The Oilers were disorganized. They weren't very sharp. They took bad penalties, and their top players really didn't show up. So it was a bad effort from top to bottom for the Edmonton Oilers. They need to be a lot better heading home against the Winnipeg Jets.
Well, speaking of teams that have beaten the Edmonton Oilers, the Vancouver Canucks, they had 2 big wins over Edmonton to start the season. They've now dropped 2 straight. This loss comes on the heels of what everyone's been talking about, Rick Tocchet calling his team soft. So will Rick Tocchet have a reason to be annoyed with his team after this one?
I don't think so. I think they played very hard against Tampa. Tampa deserves a lot of credit. They have been very frustrated at the start of the season. They left points in Detroit. They left points in Ottawa. They left a point the other night against the Buffalo Sabres. So you knew they were going to be upset and hungry. Their captain came back tonight and played in Steven Stamkos. So when you look at the big picture, Tampa, they did what they needed to do to get the big win. But I liked Vancouver's. I thought it was a spirited fight. I thought they pushed hard. Yes, there were some critical mistakes that cost them 2 points. But I don't think Rick Tocchet will be disappointed with the effort in this. He'll be disappointed with the result.
I'm kind of getting used to gritty and a little curmudgeon-y Rick Tocchet. I hope he's here to stay for this season. Staying in the Sunshine State, another slow start for the Maple Leafs. They've surrendered the opening goal in all 4 of their games so far. They gave up the first 2 goals in this one. So what went wrong early for the Toronto Maple Leafs?
Poor defensive zone coverage, not boxing out and allowing their goaltender to see any of the shots from the point. So you leave 2 points on the table, and you're chasing the game 2-0 after the first period, where these are plays where you can avoid situations. You got to win those loose puck battles, and then you've got to get into the lane, not just make it look good. Samsonov doesn't see this puck. It ends up going blocker side. So no problem. You're down 1-0. Same carbon copy. Low to high play. This is simple hockey that Florida does. They just throw it towards the net. And again, poor coverage in front and screening your goaltender. Samsonov doesn't find it. And you're chasing the game at 2-0. They never really got back into it. They're not getting enough from their bottom of the roster. But the bottom line is they need better starts, especially on the road.
I guess the lone bright spot is Mitch Marner finally got that first goal of the season. Next time we chat, we promise we'll focus on a little more positivity, and we'll see if we can't find you one more McLennan jersey just to hang right in the middle there behind you. Thanks, Noodles.